I just find this idea that we have to complicate something when we all know what a man is and what a woman is. And I don't give a fuck about detractors, let me just say.
For the viewers to understand...
Viewers, if he looks like a man, he's a fucking man. There's no such thing as born in the wrong body under any circumstances ever, never, ever, ever. That's ridiculous.
Well, I would argue maybe a gay person, you could say, has been born in the wrong body.
Who you want to have sex with, it's got nothing to do with what you are.
Okay, but you would agree people do get born with male and, thank you. There are some people who get born with,
These two.
Okay. Hi. There are some people, I think generally the idea of gender has been disruptive and it's distracted us from objective reality and it's been regressive, yeah? But I'm trying to steel man that instinct as well. The fact that some people do get born with male and female genitals, I think should give us pause. As a point of fact, we agree that's true, yes?
Yeah, but there's still one sex or another.
I know that's your assertion, but what we
that's true.
What we can, what are we basing sex on?
That's got nothing to do with trans, though.
Hang on. Well, I think it feeds into the topic with respect, okay? Are we going to base our definition of sex on, I think it should be on chromosomes?
Yes.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's more than two types of chromosomes. You have XY, XX.
No, well, what you're no. You're basically what you're saying then is that human beings, despite the fact that we know that human beings can be described as having two legs, that someone born with one leg means that we don't always have two legs. Therefore, you could say that human beings sometimes just have one leg or have two legs. Like just because there are.
No, I'm absolutely not saying that, but I've got to unpack what you said because that was quite complex. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to find what the consistent rule is for sex.
Okay, right. Let me just.
And I think it's if you've got either X and Y or XX, that gives you two sexes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, and then people that have different sorts of chromosomes will still be male with a chromosomal something. Or female
according to the definition of male and female, which says
according to medicine
men are
and
XY
biology
and women are XX,
yes.
even if they've got multiple Ys or multiple X's.
Yes.
That gives us an objective definition we can hopefully all agree
okay,
on.
and the thing that I'm interested in is not allowing men into women's spaces.
I agree with you, totally.
Right. So having a more sort of academic inquiry into, well, you know, what about chromosomes and what about this and what about that doesn't make women safe. So I don't know if that's not the issue for me.
Okay. For me, I'd like to win both. I think your point is very important. Mixing sexes, I agree, in toilets and so on, not a good thing. But I don't want to lose sight of objective reality in the process. I want to acknowledge the steel man that given there are people who get born with both types of sexual organ, I can believe that some people are genetically born in a confused or compromised state.
Yeah, but those aren't normally the people. So the people we're talking about are not people with intersex conditions. That's a very separate bit of medicine where it used to be quite bad that if someone wasn't born with like a large enough penis, that somebody would make a decision that they were going to be raised as a boy or a girl.
Sure.
And that was rarely based on their chromosomes, but usually the
chromosomal mutations they had.
Chromosomal mutations, but that would be rarely based on what was best for that person, and what would always be best is watchful waiting to see how that person's chromosomes were or what they really were, right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually not interested in what we could have a debate about what's in a textbook or what's in some sort of academic conversation. I'm interested in the real lives of women that are put at risk by men being in our spaces.
We already concur on that point.
Okay.
It shouldn't happen, okay?
Yeah.
But I think your point is strengthened if it can be inspected academically with rigor as well, which is why I'd encourage you to engage with it at that level, which is what I'm trying to do now, by digging into the DNA and the XY chromosome aspect.
Yeah, but I don't have time for that. Because I'm too busy trying to make sure that no one cuts the breasts off of a 13-year-old in the United States of America. Like, there are academics that really love these conversations. They get euphoria boners about getting so clever about these sort of conversations. I'm not interested in these sort of conversations because it doesn't make any difference to me whether a man really believes it, whether he's got some messed up chromosomes and could in some bizarre category be classed as something other than a man, or whether, like, none of those things they don't matter. I'm more about, is that man in a woman only space? is that child being sterilised? Like that's the immediacy of my argument.
I get it, and the immediacy of your argument I go with. I just think in order to be robust, one should be able to operate at a foundational level upwards. Now, not everybody has to engage at that level, but some people will, and some of your detractors will be arguing from that platform.
Yeah, and they'd be wrong.
Well, you say that, but if they're going to actually be researched and consistent at the more foundational academic level, and you can't kick back with counter arguments, which I believe you have and you can do.
Well, the counter argument is I don't want men in women's spaces.
I know, but that's
like
not,
it's not
the academic
I
counter
couldn't
argument.
give
That's a
a
societal
mate.
counter argument.
I genuinely don't care what academics say about pretty much many things. Like in this issue, the academics have been the one opening the door with these theories about, well, who is a man, what is a man, who is female.
But we just got...
Wait, is this your bag on the floor?
Is that?
Oh, yes, it is. Sorry.
That's
Thank
him.
you very much.
It's his.
Sorry, I apologise. That's mine.
Is that yours?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't
Right, let's have the academic inquiry into is that bag dangerous?
No,
Are you
it's
right
not.
just to take a little bit, like take it with you or anything like that?
Yeah, he wants you to have your
Can
bag.
someone pass me the bag?
Don't touch it! No.
Can we just have me going?
Hang on.
Sorry about that.
Okay, cheers. Look, I thought we were making, if we've got a clear definition of male and female, everybody can understand.
I do.
And so do I. We're actually agreeing. I know you're used to probably discussing people who I'm trying to find as much common ground as possible. If we agree, if you have an X and a Y, you are male.
Yeah,
If you have an
yeah.
X and an X, you are female. Everybody here is in agreement so far. We
Right.
can't objectively argue with
No, yeah.
Now I feel it's obligate on me to try and steelman my own position and go, what's anomalous? And the most anomalous thing I can think of is an hermaphrodite, which nature creates. It's nobody's fault. So now how do I integrate that reality of an hermaphrodite into our definition of male and female? Yeah? I think that's a challenging thing to do academically, which can only help strengthen your position. if
Okay,
we
but
discuss it coherently.
wherever we get to in that argument,
Yeah.
I still don't want a man in a woman's space.
Neither do
Right,
I.
then what's that?
Because
look,
otherwise we're both singing from the same choir. I'm trying to prepare us to have robust arguments.
I don't want a
for
robust
people-
argument.
Okay.
Men stay out of women-only spaces. Stop
Okay,
sterilising
okay.
kids.
Okay,
I
so-
know you want to make it complicated, and what
No,
you
I
can
don't.
do by making it complicated, we can have a really long conversation, and I'll still reach the same place that I've been because I've been doing this for 10 years.
Congratulations. I am trying to prepare the most robust counter-argument for the people who will argue men should be allowed in women's places. I consider I'll have an even more robust position if I've also looked at some of the academia on it and thought at the level I'm discussing now. It doesn't mean you're wrong.
No,
I'm
but
genuinely
I
trying
also
to be robust.
I totally disagree with you.
About what?
That in order to have a robust argument,
Yeah.
you need to have a theoretical kind of challenge into, well, what really is a man, and what about chromosomes, and what about DNA, and what about this, and what about that. It's just bullshit. A 3-year-old can tell you what a man is and what a woman is, and anything beyond that is totally superfluous to my brain capacity. It doesn't matter. I'm not. It doesn't matter.
I feel obligate to be. Your platform is you want to be consistent with objective reality. So do I. Part of being consistent with objective reality is somehow having to cut a little bit deeper to a foundational
Can I ask,
principle.
what do you do for a living?
I write scripts and stuff. I mean, and I have patents and whatever. Okay, so I try and be. I'm a creator.
Okay.
Okay. You can also argue I'm a dropout. I've got to be honest. Okay. You can.
I
argue both things.
just find this idea that we have to complicate something when we all know what a man is and what a woman is. And I don't give a fuck about detractors. Let me just say, I'm right. I'm 100% right. And the detractors are what? Trying to create something in which they allow a man to come into a woman's space. Like, why the fuck would I even?
But I'm giving a clear
No, I'm just
platform
saying
right.
that's attractive.
If you
But
have an XY chromosome, you should not be allowed in a room with
Okay.
somebody who's got XX.
okay, I'm going to put myself out of
But
my
I
misery
can believe that
and
some
say,
people have been born in the wrong body
no,
genetically.
no.
Okay, and you can't.
No, you'd be
Despite
wrong.
hermaphrodite.
You'd be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you believe that some
You'd
people
be
are
wrong.
born gay?
I think there are many different factors into whether or not someone is homosexual.
Okay, so it's possible you might be born genetically gay. Yeah.
It's possible that you are born blank slate, and that will include your sexuality.
I don't believe in a blank slate theory of human
Sorry,
beings, and nor do you.
sorry, not blank slate.
We don't
It's
believe in blank slate.
possible that you're not born blank
Yeah,
slate.
So we believe in a priori biological objective nature, which might include people being born genetically gay.
Let me just say this: the arguments
Sorry, that's boring.
the arguments that I'm interested in
Yes.
are ones are
No, actually,
is a man allowed in a woman's space? No, he's not. Do we all know what a man is? Yes, we do.
They're not. But when you're making the point, I just for the viewers to understand.
Viewers, if he looks like a man, he's a fucking man. Excuse me, I'm swearing on your channel.
For the viewers to be clear, whether the person who's saying this believes in gay people being genetically
Oh
determined.
my God.
It's a reasonable question. It's a reasonable question.
Here's the reasonableness of that question.
Yeah.
I don't care why someone is
Okay,
gay.
you don't care.
No.
But you wouldn't care to just say whether you believe it's possible people are born genetically gay. Just
I
so
don't.
that you're detracting.
I know. I think I just said both. I think some people are born gay and some people become gay. That's
Thank
it.
you. Okay, right. Good. We've agreed on that.
But that's to do with who you want to have sex with and who your body is aroused by. That is not whether or not you're in like a male or a female.
Okay, great. Well, then I'd say your viewers are gay because they understand that you're not somebody who might be construed.
Do you know
as
what my
a
viewers
bigot.
already know? Most things that I think, but carry on.
Fine. People who don't know you, sorry, I don't particularly know you. I now understand that you're not from that potentially bigoted corner of people who think gay people are all mistaken and there's no validity to being gay. Because I think possibly they may be.
As much as
people
I
who are
might
born
not
gay.
agree with them, I don't think you can instantly decide. I mean, unless you are going to be brave enough and tell all the Muslims here that they're bigoted for that.
I debated with Muslims as well. I wasn't accusing you of being a bigot. Sorry.
Right. You were
I
just
used an
finding out whether or
extreme
not
word to
I was a
define.
bigot.
The fact that you can acknowledge the possibility that some people are born gay, I think is a positive. And I totally agree with you about safe spaces and XY chromosomes.
Wow.
We good?
Thank you. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. Then we agree on those points. And we've got an objective basis for agreeing on those points. Yeah?
Yeah.
So far, so good. That's all I
Yeah.
was, that was all I was aiming for.
You're just wrong about the rest, but it's fine.
Which bit am I
You're
wrong?
wrong about the fact that we need to explore all these insignificant little bits of everything
What, like
in
chromosomes?
order. Yes.
Chromosomes are within the academia, and you're quoting.
I
from
couldn't.
them.
No.
But you've agreed the definition is in the chromosomes, which is the academia. So you draw on those sources when it seems convenient, but then you downplay them as being somehow theoretical and abstract when it doesn't. I'm just looking for consistency.
No, but you're basically also then saying that it makes a difference to whether someone's male or female, and it does not.
No, I'm not. but
Because even people, someone like Gina Rippon or other academics who have looked at chromosomes, they will still say that someone is actually male or female.
which we've agreed on. I think what I'm trying to communicate is I can personally believe some people get born in bodies genetically they're not suited to because the nature of evolution is mutation. So I think some people will mutate.
So you think a man will be born in a body
Yeah.
where a geneticist would say he was male, but he has a female brain?
No.
What then?
No, I do, however, believe somebody could be born in a body which you would think would be heterosexual, but it might be genetically actually coded to be homosexual. That I could believe. Okay? So I'm just trying to get
Where's the end of your argument?
The end. I'm just trying.
Where's the end of your
I'm trying to
argument?
make sure I don't end up just validating a world where everybody is either male and heterosexual or female and heterosexual, where there is enough genetic wiggle room to allow for the possibility of people being.
There's no
genetically
such thing
gay
as born in the wrong body under any circumstances ever, never, ever, ever. That's ridiculous.
Well, I would argue maybe a gay person you could say has been born in the wrong body.
Who you want to have sex with, it's got nothing to do with what you are.
Who you want to have sex with?
Yeah.
It's got nothing
Your
to do with
sexual
who you are.
attraction has got nothing to do with like trans and gay are nothing to do with each other.
You don't believe the basis of evolution, the reason you're attracted to the opposite sex is so you can reproduce.
I don't think. Oh my God.
That's the basis of evolution.
No. I mean
So
the
it's very
two
much
things.
to
I
do.
mean the two things. That's not what I said. Trans,
Forget-
and sexuality has got nothing to do with each other.
Within the current debates, the two get conflated so much.
Well,
I'm
then
trying to
those people are
disentangle
fucking
them.
stupid
Okay,
because it's got
I
nothing to do
agree
with each
they
other.
shouldn't, David, which is why I'm trying to disentangle them. But I'm trying not to end up with.
It's like stepping in dog shit and then someone telling you that your shoe is clean. It's like
Why?
because you make no sense. It's infuriating.
I've said
No,
there's
but
men.
you're also circling around an argument, but not making one.
I'm making a proposition about there are men, there are women, it's X, Y, we've agreed. I'm then trying to steel man it and seeing how sophisticated we can get by acknowledging the anomalies which might seem to be gay
Nobody
people,
needs
for example.
sophisticated arguments to why men aren't
Some
allowed in.
people-
Well, then they need to
I'm
grow the
not-
fuck up and live in the real world.
That's it.
Mic drop.
How many times?
Academics. I'm telling you now.
How many times did I
Academics.
say I agreed with you that men
Yeah,
should
but
not be allowed?
I'm finding you. I'm just finding you a
I
bit
just wanna
annoying.
know if
I
you're
don't mean to be
really-
rude, but I'm just finding you annoying.
What happened there,
Where's
Posie?
my lovely? Oh.
What happened there, Posie?
Well, don't you smugly smile. I'll tell you what just happened there. Someone thought they would try and introduce a sophisticated argument into why. This argument is simple, and the academic argument has made it possible for people to pretend that it's all right for men to be in women's spaces. So that's what academia has done. It's indoctrinated children. It's indoctrinated the teachers that teach the children and indoctrinate the children. So that's what academia has done. I would like to say to everyone, don't send your children to university unless it's absolutely essential. Because they just get into debt to have circular conversations which don't go anywhere and don't mean anything. In fact, electricians is where it's at, because I can't get one where I live. So yeah, that's just what I think.
How they can find you, Posie? Your...
You can find me at letwomenspeak.org. Or you can find me the Posie Parker on Twitter or Kelly J. Keane on YouTube.
Big up, Posie.
Where's my ladder?